So your biggest enemy is how you see yourself. Your self perception is controlling everything in your life right now. Your relationships, your finances, your experiences, if you have a good day or a bad day, your goals, the progress that you want to make in your life. Everything that's in your life right now is based off of how you perceive yourself, how you see yourself. So your biggest enemy is not outside, it's not, your family, friends, the opposite sex for some of y'all. Some of y'all hate women, some of y'all hate men for the women. It's not your problem. The problem is you and how you perceive yourself and our lack of ability to self-assess. Self-assessment takes one important key factor: accountability. You have to look at yourself and say, "Oh, the reason why I'm experiencing these things, why I'm attracting these type of experiences, is because I'm looking at things a certain way, or I'm showing up a certain way, or my energy is a certain way. So I'm attracting or allowing certain things to take place." When you start to take that perspective, you become your own guide. You become your own mentor, right? You become your own teacher. You're teaching yourself. You're helping yourself to learn. And there's nobody that can, in my opinion, there's nobody that can help you learn more than you. You know, you can go to a shrink, whoever, therapist, whatever. You can get some advice from friends, but you the one that know your deepest, darkest secrets. You know, nobody knows your deepest, darkest secrets with you. You know yourself more than anybody else. So who better, man? Who better to criticize you and get yourself together than you? You know what I'm saying? It's all on you. And I remember when first started my journey, and I was battling like depression. I had a lot of bad energy around me, but I also had a lot of negative thoughts again, based off of self perception. And I was the depression and the anger was really more of like a frustration. Like, damn, why does it seem like I'm not able to get the things I want in my life right now? Why does it seem so difficult? Like, what the fuck? What's going on? You know what I mean? And I realized it was my limited belief. It was limited thinking and a distorted self perception. A lot of y'all, it's your identity. You are identifying as somebody that's less than who you are. You're identifying as someone that's beneath your actual potential. And you wonder why you're experiencing less than what you really feel like you deserve or should have. That's because you're thinking like someone that's less than who you are. You got to elevate your thinking. You have to assess the person that you are now and correct yourself in ways to elevate you in your mind. And after your thinking gets corrected, then your actions gonna follow. And after the action takes place, now you're operating as a person that you want to be because you corrected your thinking. You know what I'm saying? So um, it's your enemy, and it's really like you gotta. It's like you're your own therapist. You're performing a live autopsy on yourself as a doctor. It's like you're performing an autopsy. You're going in your brain and you're rewiring things. It's deep work. But again, a lot of people don't want to go there because it's easy to say, you did this to me. This person did this. This person did this. Now that was messed up. Now there are some things that people can do to us, but how are you responding to it? Are you still allowing these things to take place? Are you still accepting abuse? Are you still tolerating being taught to a certain way just because they family or friends? Are you settling? Do you have bigger goals and dreams for yourself, but you feel like it's easier to just chill and be right here instead of going after what you really want, even if a little bit of risk is involved, right? Like the strongest thing in the world is belief. I think confidence is spiritual, yo. Like confidence is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start to really believe in yourself and see a future for yourself that isn't already here, that's spiritual. Like how can you do that? How can you believe that you can be in a greater position that you are in right now, but you don't have the tools, you don't have the resources, but you just believe it? Now, on average, people will call that delusional. You're delusional. That's delusional thinking. But that is attraction. That is using your imagination and seeing something greater for yourself, believing in something greater for yourself, and believing that you can actually do it. And we start to think like that, the universe starts to push people, things, and situations that don't belong out of your way. It's like Moses parting the Red Sea. Like everything unnecessary starts to move out of your way, and then what is meant to be in your life, the things and tools and people and situations and opportunities that's going to help you to get to that destination that you're envisioning. Right? This is all imagination and self belief and self perception. When that perception is strong, you start to attract to you everything you need to get to that destination. Um, It's very, very powerful. This is a spiritual message. It's a very real one too, but spirituality is very real. The metaphysical world is just as real as the physical world. And I imagined this video even before I even started it. Everything is spiritual, and how you see yourself is spiritual too. And you have to get to a point. I don't care if you gotta like separate yourself from like your family for a while, friends for a while, but you gotta get out of old environments that hold you to a certain energy, to a certain identity. For a long time, your family and your friends probably looked at you and seen you in a certain way. So without you even realizing it, you're assuming the identity that they gave you. You may have been given the identity of just being the cheerleader, so you clapping for everybody. You might want to do more outgoing things, but you've been held behind as playing a certain role in your family. So to get out of that character is uncomfortable because you don't want to make them uncomfortable. A lot of people are afraid of you stepping into your power. Confidence is a threat. Confidence is threatening to a lot of people that once saw you as humble, and even when you saw yourself as humble, it's a threat to your own brain. What do you mean you're going to step out and step into your power and start, taking a lead in all these different situations and areas of your life? What are you talking about? That's your own brain talking to you right there, right? And the brain wants to be comfortable. You really want to be comfortable, but comfort is your enemy because on the other side of comfort is your true self. The greatest version of you is the most courageous version of you, is a disciplined version of you, is a version of you with a healthy and high belief system about yourself that doesn't ain't walk around with these limited beliefs. That version of you is capable of accomplishing what you dream of. And once I started to get away from limited beliefs, limited thinking. Even as a black man, like you grew up in a world, you come up in this world, and they tell you you can't do this. You're vilified, you're demonized. They say you can't do this. They say you're not, as a black man or black people, we're not prone to intelligence. I gravitate toward intelligence my whole life. I've always been a nerd, but it's like to step into what they say you can't be is a threat to them and is a threat to you because you're like, damn, you don't want to be a target, but you're a target just for existing. And when I started to operate as my true self, embracing my intellect, embracing my gifts, and move with power, that's when a lot of problems started. But at the same time, that's when I had my greatest successes because I'm operating as my higher self. I'm not letting this world confine me to a lesser version of me just because of my skin complexion. This world is crazy, fam. I gotta walk around being a lesser version of me to make everybody feel comfortable because I'm black. Y'all crazy. So I'm not living my life like that. No way, Jose. And so whether it be race, whether it be, you're a woman, you want to be in a gym, you want to be in shape, but men in your family, men in your community, wherever. Oh, she's too manly. She looks like a man. Nah, girl. Lift weights and be sexy and get around other women and find men that enjoy that. Sometimes it's your environment, right? The fastest way to change is to put yourself in a new and different environment. And so a lot of y'all need to find people that are about what you're about, that want to grow. Like this channel, that want to grow, that want to be the best versions of themselves, that's tired of being less than who they truly are, tired of being overlooked, underbooked, humble, um, the underdog all the time. You're not supposed to live like that. You have the right to shine and be great, just like every and anybody else. And but when you tap into the identity, when you truly step into your power, you're gonna shake things up. I've been shaking things up. You're gonna shake things up. And a lot of y'all already on this type of time. You're already stepping into this identity. You've already made these shifts and changes in your life and started doing more, making more, experiencing more. And the people in your past, they're looking at you like, whoa. They think you're fake. They think this entire time you've been playing possum and trying to act like somebody that you're not, and then all of a sudden you walk around with all this power, you got all these talents and gifts. No, you were just suppressed, or even you even suppressed yourself because again, you are afraid to step out into your true identity because you know it will make the people around you uncomfortable. Some of these people, they envy it, right? Because they liked you just as long as you were beneath them. That's another thing. We don't want to lose people, right? We're afraid, some of us, to step into our power because we know on a subconscious level. I always knew this, but some of the people I had around me, some of them, on a subconscious level, me stepping into my power, really letting my confidence out, using my gifts, using my skills, being the best version of myself is going to create envy because you only really rock with me. You really only like me. You only are comfortable in a relationship with me as long as I'm beneath you and I'm kind of quiet and in the background and low key. No, 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 no. That's not even who I really am like that. And a lot of y'all is the same, it's very, very similar. You don't gotta be humble to please anybody. I'm not saying be arrogant. I'm not saying what I mean. Everywhere you go, you're trying to compete to dominate the room and control the room. You don't need to be doing all that, but you should be operating as you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you got to make adjustments or, what I'm saying, be aware of the energies that's in the room, especially when it comes to like business. But you should be operating as the best version of yourself. And if the people around you are uncomfortable with that, it's either one or two things, right? You either, find new friends or you shrink. You come back down, you shrink being that weaker version of you just to make them feel comfortable. But then you lose. It's all about this message is about you. You lose. You lose on the inside. You lose your identity. You lose your dignity. You're gonna lose self-trust because you're betraying yourself by doing that. You're gonna lose all the hard work you've done. You're gonna get weak mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and it's self-betrayal. You're not gonna sleep right. Food ain't gonna taste the same because you're on a lower frequency. And so you gotta choose you. You have no choice but to choose you because it's already your life, right? And I think it's crazy to live your whole life for other people. You waste time and you gonna regret like, damn. Again, then you start blaming people. If it wasn't for them, I'd have been here. If it wasn't for them, my life would have been dead. No, but you made the decision. You chose them over yourself. You chose to play small to make them feel comfortable. You chose to undermine your own greatness in order to help them grow, but they never reciprocated the energy. You chose to be loyal to people who never intended to have loyalty towards you or to be loyal to you. You chose to prioritize other people and put yourself second or last. That's you. That's a you thing. But because that is so painful and that regret is so painful and so overburdening, the first instinct is to say they did this, and if it wasn't for them, I would have. That's your first instinct. Your greatest enemy is you, and you gotta choose you. Because one thing I realized, yo, one thing you gotta realize about life, nobody cares, man. Nobody really cares about you like that. You do have people that love you and value you, and yeah, do care about you. But what I mean by don't care is, after it's all said and done, you do what you want to do with your life, and that's your business. And a lot of people that even are in your life that tell you that they love you or care about you, they don't care about you or love you more than they care about themselves. Like they would. Every single time, they're gonna prioritize themselves over you. Every single day, every single time. Nobody cares about you more than they care about themselves. So when you hear those words, it's relative. It's I don't mean to take it with a grain of salt, but just understand there's a limitation to that. Nobody's gonna prioritize you and sacrifice their life to save you or to help you to do something for you. It's your job to do all that for yourself. You all you really have, um, but that's all you really need. And all the power that you're looking for, we all want power. We all want to be better. We all want to live a good life and etc. You know what I'm saying? We all want dope experiences. And the power that we're really looking for all the time isn't a job, isn't a certain type of person we feel like we need to be connected with. It's not some type of Machiavellian mentality all the time. Even though, you know what I'm saying, you could pull value from those things. It's you. It's your mind. It's how you perceive yourself. Get out of that limited thinking. Get out of that small mindedness. Get out of, I don't care if it's damn religion. I don't care if it's your parents. I don't care if it's your friends. You are capable of accomplishing anything you put your mind to. You got to see that in yourself, right? Um, you got to know who you are. You got to know your strengths, your weaknesses, your talents, and what you suck at, right? But it's your perception. Everything that you see in your life right now, all the problems, all the issues, is a direct reflection of how you see yourself, is what you believe and think about yourself. It's tied to your self-worth. A lot of times you don't go after more because deep down you don't feel like you deserve it. um it's that's really the key, and it's a frequency, and it's radiating from your heart. It's in your face, it's in your posture, how you walk, how you talk, the decisions you're making, the food you're eating. Everything in your life right now is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. So change how you see yourself, upgrade how you see yourself, heal that. You know what I'm saying? Fix that. You get rid of the limited beliefs. We all gods, children of the Most High God. You are made of the same material that the sun, moon, and stars are made out of, that the universe is made out of. We're a lot more powerful than we think we are, but it's society's job to make you feel like you're small, make you feel like you're nothing, make you feel like that this little job that they got for you is all that you can ever have for your life. When God created this whole planet for you, this whole world is ours. The entire planet is ours, and you have no idea what you can do with the God-given abilities that you have. But until you see that in yourself and realize that, your experiences will be the same. And I don't think life is all about money. Money is super important. You can't do nothing without money, right? But I want experiences. You know what I'm saying? We want experience. We want to experience love. We want family. We want to travel. We don't necessarily want money like we think we do. We just want what money can afford us to do. But all these experiences is tied not to your dollar amount. Even your dollar amount is a reflection of how you see yourself. I had to share that with y'all, man. Keep looking good. Keep tapping in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the like button. Let me know what you think about the video and hype this video up, man. Peace. Love.